Imagine being a child and almost every night you go to sleep. No matter where you go, no matter where you are, no matter who you're around, you're woken up out of your sleep in the middle of the night by some type of entity that's in your presence. Sometimes you wake up in a state of sleep apnea where you can only see or hear. Or worse than that, you actually have all your senses and the ability to move, but you're so frightened your body's not doing what your brain is telling it to do. Honestly, I think I lived in every part of West Palm Beach that you could possibly live. I've lived in every hood, every inch and nick and cranny of that place, man. I am truly Palm Beach. But this particular time, what I'm talking about tonight, me and my family was living in Dunbar Village. It's a project housing in West Palm Beach, Florida, off of Tamarind and 25th Street. Now, that area there alone, I mean, even 25th Street, that area's got its own horror stories where it's supernatural things and human man-flesh things, just horrible, man. In the 90s and the early 2000s, it was a rough area. I can remember, like, every night looking out of my window across the courtyard into the other building, and no one lived in that building, but upstairs there would be a man in that window every single night. I don't care what time it was. I don't care what time I pulled the blinds and looked. It could have been like late night, could be early night. There would be a man that would stand in that window and just stare back out. And almost every night there would be some type of entity standing in my doorway. Like, you could see it so good because it'd be darker than the night. And then across the little hallway right there, my sister's room, she had a nightlight, so it would light up her room and it would glare into the hallway. So man, you could see so good, man. And it wasn't like I had sleep apnea because I was able to move and everything, but you'd be so scared you wouldn't want to move. Like, man, I was like, man, I don't want to move and let it think that I'm awake and I can see it. You know what I mean? You try to be still as possible when these things would come. I was never harmed by it. It was like they would just stand there and frighten you. But one night, I did get hit by one. Until the day I die, I will never forget this night. But so you can have a better understanding of the story, I'm going to give you a breakdown of what the place looked like the layout of our home at the time. So at that time, Dunbar Village was one way in, one way out, and we kind of stayed in the middle. It was 2 stories. So the way our apartment was set up, it was you had a front door, you had a back door, okay, and it was a courtyard on each side where you can hang clothes. And you had we always went through the one door, the front door where the kitchen was. So you had the kitchen, you had the living room, and then there was the stairs. The stairs went up to the bathroom, and then it was me and my brother's room, my parents' room, and my sister's room right across from us. It kind of went up and did like a 180 oval, kind of like a cul-de-sac back to the stairs. Back then, my siblings had asthma real bad, especially my brother. And one night I woke up and my whole family was gone. And I knew, I was like, okay, my brother must have had an asthma attack, and they took him to St. Mary's Hospital. So I'm laying in my bed and I can pretty much see the hallway really good because of my sister's nightlight. But by the stairs, pitch black. You can't see down the stairs. I mean, it was light and then it was just straight darkness by the stairs. All of a sudden, I get goosebumps. I mean, the sense of dread just comes over me, man, and I am frightened. And I'm looking at the black area where the stairs are, and I know, like, I can feel it. I'm like, something is at the bottom of the stairs. Now, people, listen. This next thing right here that I'm about to tell you will haunt me for the rest of my life. I don't know why I repeated it or why I did what I did, but this will haunt me for the rest of my life. Okay, I'm laying in my bed and I feel this dread, and all of a sudden, in this same, like I can remember it like it was yesterday, something yelled up the stairs. It didn't yell, it called. It said, I'm actually kind of scared to even say it now, man, where I'm recording. Okay, but it said, it was like, "Oh, Billy." And for whatever reason, I repeated that. I called back out to it. "Oh, Billy." And whatever that thing was that was down there, it rushed up the stairs. I seen like a glare come out of that darkness, like a dark, like a figure. And it was so fast, it was like a glare. Boom. And it ran up the stairs into my room, and it hit me. And like, I was dazed, and I couldn't my whole world was just like shaking. Like I was dazed, and like as soon as I was able to like get my conscience back, I ran to my door, I closed it. I ran to the door, I closed it, and I went back to my bed, and I hopped underneath my covers, and then I started praying. And eventually I just fell asleep, and tomorrow's another day. I never spoke about it. I never told my parents. I never spoke about it, never. Then I just went on with life. I mean, like with all the things that I dealt with up to that point in my life, you know, and I was just a kid then. I was in elementary. But with all the things I've dealt with up to that point in my life, I mean, it was starting to become the norm. So it's like, you know, what can you do? Hey, it's another night dealing with spirits, man. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for the night, man. Thank y'all for locking in, man. Like I say, man, stay prayed up, stay blessed. Peace.
Tiptoe by the window, that is where I'll be. Come tiptoe through the tulips.